Hi folks, Kenny the Vaping here, back again, and today we are looking at the Violator RTA limited edition by QP Design. So, stick around. Yeah. Hi folks, Kenny the Vaping here, back again with another review, and as you've already noticed, we're looking at the Violator by QP Design RTA limited edition. What we're going to do is, the usual stuff. What am I saying? How ignorant. First of all, how you all doing? Hope you're doing hunky-dory, and this is hopefully my first review, I believe, of 2021. So, welcome to 2021 with the Vaping Heat, everybody. So, anyway, back to business. Like I say, we're looking at the Violator by QP Design. The usual scenario, guys. We're going to go down on the table, unbox it, have a look around it, put a build on it, bring it back up here, have a chuff, and give you my final thoughts. Same old routine, I'm sorry, bit boring, but never mind. But before we do that, remember to please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, all that good stuff. And if you want to support the channel, please click the Buy Me a Coffee link below. See what I mean? Haven't had enough coffee. But anyway, let's get down to it. Yeah. Right folks, here we are down at the table with the Violator by QP Design. It's the limited edition. You see, this is your box with a nice shiny bit on the front. On the side here you have a QP Design black, your colour, you have your CE marks, all that stuff under there. I've got the black, basically, and on the back, if you want to have a quick look at that, that's all your stuff inside the box. It's typical QP, nice little magnetic flip front. You got that lovely pattern there on the front, that's cool, that nice evil eyes. And inside the box, you have your authentication card, 0651. You have the usual QP sticker. You have the user manual, which is quite simple actually. It's very small. I mean, you can see that if you want to have a look. Yeah, and there, and then if we spin it over, nothing on the back. Very simple. So, in the box you do get your bubble glass and a vape band. You also get your wonderful bag of goodies. The usual stuff, your QP bag with all O-rings, screwdriver and an Allen key, and obviously deck screws as well by the looks of that. Yep. You also get a spare drip tip, which I can't get out in a minute, but hang on. I'll try and get this, but everything is pretty packed in tight. You also get what we've got in here. You get this special tool and these little plates, which we will be talking about very soon. If I can get this base out, I'll try and squeeze this drip tip out, because like I said, they are in pretty firm. If you can see what I mean, it's very tight, and I've got no nails. Drop that in, you get this big drip tip here, big drip. It's quite a size, that. Massive, isn't it, for your gob? And finally, you're going to get the star of the show, which is the tank, which is there with us. Put that to the side now. And there he is. So what we'll try and do, I'll try and zoom in a tad here for you guys. You just bear with us. Where are we? Let's have a look at, see. Yeah, you should be able to see there, okay. Yeah. So here, this is the drip tips. I like these clear ones. They're absolutely lovely. They're 10. You can put your own. You can put your own in as per usual, but I like these ones. They're nice. Again, it's the QP way of unloosening your top cap. Sorry about that. Drifted off. It's like it's anti-clockwise to tighten, clockwise to slacken. Take that off. O-rings here. Looks like you have an O-ring in your top cap, and obviously them massive holes there, and you've obviously got little air holes there for stopping the air getting out. You have this little plastic plug here, which is the TPD compliant, that comes off. You've got Violator RTA on the chimney here. Some little grooves going on down there above the airflow, the juice flow control. Presume that's to let the juice go down easier if you're using that. You do have your juice flow control there, that's, you know, open and shut. And you have your airflow down here. It's a bit fiddly at times, because obviously when you're trying to turn your airflow, you turn your juice control, but your airflow is diamond shaped here, you know, it's very nice. That's fully open. And you can see they've left the back silver, so you can see they've left the back silver. Sorry, why am I drifting off camera? Being a cock here. Right, we'll go again. They've left the back silver here, so you can see how far your airflow is open or how far your airflow is closed. I mean, at the moment I'm turning the juice flow control as well, so maybe that'll sort itself out once it's on the tank. Basically, it's with most tanks, unscrew the bottom, and that will be your deck. It is very big, and that airflow is huge. If we put that there, I'll just see if I can get this fella. I know what them holes are for. If you bear with us, there you go. I know exactly what them holes they are for. Your special tool to get your tank apart. Which, if you bear with us, I shall get that out. I'll also drop these plates out as well while I'm at it, so I can explain to them what them are. But this tool, this is what this tool's for. It's to take your top off, I would imagine. Just to, unscrew your top with this special tool. It all comes apart just nicely like so. Then you take off your TPD rubber and you can bin that. And also at this point, change over for your bubble glass, which I am going to do. Which again just presses on snug there. Get your chimney back on there, start it off. There you go. That is basically, that's what them holes are for, your key. Just nip it, don't go mad and crank it, just nip it. And that, my friends, if you look, is basically what it looks like with your bubble glass on. I think that's 5.5 ml. I'm almost certain. I think it tells you on the box. Yeah, the bubble glass is 5.5 ml and your normal tank here is 4 ml. So there you go. So anyway, back to the deck. I've got nothing to point at the deck with, as per usual. I am unprepared. So we'll get something here to point at. We'll have some pointy gear. We'll have a bit of pointy. This will do. Right. Screwdriver. I'll see if I can get one a bit closer in as well, so we can see what's going on here. Oh, that looks alright, doesn't it? So, your deck, you see you've got your positive and negative, because obviously you've got God, what am I going to say? The surround round it. 4-post. We have flat screws in there and flat screws in there. Very, very deep juice ports. You can see there, they're very deep. So basically your air is going to come in from the side here, and it's literally going to come under this big gaping hole. Now, this is where these little plates come in. Now, as you can see, you can dual coil it that way, but you can single coil it. And what we have here, I just sit that down. You've got two little plates here. Let me just show you these if I can. There you go. These are for your single coil, as you can see, because they go straight up the middle. If I can just put that on my hand like that. Yeah, there's that one. And there's that one. They're the two single coil ones, if you wish to single coil. And then you have, bear with, I'll just grab these and put these on my hand. And you have now these dual coil ones. well, like long slots in, obviously got the diamond there. So I'm going to go with the diamond when I set this up. And the way you put these in is you've got a groove down the side of here like that, and they just kind of slide in that groove like so, and then it just kind of locks into place when you get it in. You just slide that in. Oh, sorry, I've got no nails so I can't push. Basically that's what that looks like. There's your slotted airflow in there, and all you do is you just nip it back out. You just push it with something sharp, whatever, just to go, because if you can see there's a tiny little clip there holding it in, so it clips in. It's just a case of, like you see, just pushing it back over. If I can, I think I can. There you go, push it back over and it comes out like that, no bother. But I'm going to put this little fella in here, which is the diamond type one. I think it just goes in one way, it doesn't matter which way you go. I don't think it matters which way you go with it. No. So again, in the little slot, it's a little bit stiff when you first put it in, but like I say, you just use a screwdriver or something like so, clip it in, and that is in. And the beauty of this, even when you've got your build on and your wicks in, if you want to change at some point, you could just lift your wicks up, push that out it comes, and change it over. But that there is the dual coil plate in, which I think is an absolutely fabulous idea. Like I say, if we look further around it, on the bottom, you know, you've got Violator RTA, QP, LE, signature, and we have 651. Pin does stick out, so you can put on a hybrid. It is a bit hybrid, but there's plenty there. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. So what we'll do, we'll cut to our next shot here, and we'll put a build on this fella, and then we'll rock and roll with that. So be back in a tick. Cheers. Right, guys, as you can see, I've got the mesh in, back the screws up, I've got this sitting on top of the hadron, and I'm going to dual coil this, and I've got some coils from a guy I always pretty much use now, homemade coils, and these are NI80 Aliens 2736 6 wrap, and they should come out at 0.15 joule. I've pre-trimmed them to about 5mm, the legs. I think the GAN 5.5mm is a pretty good height for it, but like I say, all we're going to do, with it being a posted deck, this should be so easy to build. You just literally simply drop in your coil straight in there, like so, drop it down, get your screwdriver, nip it up. It's that easy. I do apologise guys if there's any background noise, because obviously it's a little near the tea time for us, so there's what's going on in the kitchen. Like I say, I'll just give them a nip and I'll straighten that up like so. Right, again, we'll just position this one nicely positioned. Again, just drop it in, get it all the way down. It's postless deck. Again, just nip these screws up. Postless decks are pretty easy to build on, guys, you know, they're not too bad. Just nip it up, again position your coil. Now, what you want to do is you want to get these coils and pull them over the middle, so over that airflow. Get them right over there if you can. Again with this one, don't have them touching obviously. I would say there, and probably about there. See what they look like. Yeah, they're pretty much over there. Just make sure they're nice and straight, because they do look a little bit cockeyed. You bear with me a bit more, just get that one straightened up. That looks a bit better. Get that one straightened up a bit. Just a bit more. Nice and level. Pretty much okay there. I just want to, let me just get them pulled up, right, just take a seat on them, over that airflow, without touching each other. I reckon that there doesn't look too bad. So what we'll do, oh god, I'm not going to pulse them at 90 watts, am I? No. Drop this down about 50 watts or so. And I will give them just a final nip as well. One there. One there. Another one there. And your final nip. Oh, that was a little bit loose, that one. Jesus, let's get in there, mate. Yep. Then you've got a nice nip. Yep, they're good. Right. So we want some plastic tweezers. And we just want to start pulsing this fella in. What if I put this here? So I'll give this a bit of a pulse. See what we'll get. Let them glow up there nicely. Just pulse them in gently. Starting to go through the rainbow colours now there. Lovely. Give them a little bit of a brush. Gee, what's in here, eh? Won't be okay, just keep pulsing away. And I don't think that there is too bad. Nothing on the inside. No, that's absolutely lovely. And there you have it, guys. Ready to wick. Now, making sure everything is good there, you know, and just double check that one, because that one is just a little, there we go, that's better. Yeah, let's give them another little jump in to make sure they're okay. Yeah, and absolutely spot on them. Cut them nicely over the plate. Probably maybe we'll get away with a bit more on that one. That's why you have your legs, you know, you could probably go 5.5 here, just to get them. So it's right over that centre, right over them airflows, without them touching. That's kind of what you're looking for. I'm pretty happy with that. So wicking's a tutorial with this, obviously, you know, you're just dropping you just kind of drop your wicks in these big bloody chambers. Look at the size of them, and they're huge, you know what I mean? So what we'll do, get the old cotton gods out, tear a couple of pieces off, I think. Oh god, that's a big lump. I don't know, something like that perhaps. Then half it, and just spread it out a bit more. Maybe a bit much, but we'll see. Yes, it is going to be a big lump going through here, but you know, I'll pull it all through and thin it out and all that stuff. There you go, you see. That's it, just so it goes a little bit on the tight side there. That's lovely, that. Same with this one. Get that through there. You can just work it through back and forward so you get it nicely settled. I'd say you just probably want enough to go down, you know, to touch the bottom of that well. I'm just going to put a little nick there where my finger is, and we shall basically snip him about there, and we'll whack that one about the same. I'll spread them out a bit. As you can see, I've got far too much cotton on this side, so I'm going to have to really thin this fella out. This one's got far too much cotton here, so I'll just really rake the arse of this one out. Really bad. You know, I might trim it down a bit more in a minute. Okay, just give this a little bit of a rake as well, not too much. Sorry if I'm going off camera. Give these a bit of a rake. Yeah, and just trim them up. Like so. And just a case of just tucking it down. Like see from the bottom, just tuck it. Don't force it. Well, this will fill these holes up nicely. From the back. And just tuck it in from the back. As you can see, it's starting to fill that well up now. The juice flow. Sorry if I'm drifting off again because I'm a tit. You can kind of get the general idea here. You just want it nice and don't press it. Keep it nice and loose. Like it spread out nicely. If you're using a high VG, obviously, you know, not as much. You can thin it out even more. Same on the other side. Just start tucking it in from the back and it'll just start pulling itself in. As you can see. And just bring the top down. And, you know, that's pretty much where we are, you know. Just keep it nice and slack. Don't force it. Drop it in, make sure that's nice and slack in there. That there, guys and girls, is pretty much it. So, I'm going to put some juice on, which is my usual favourite, guys. You know, the cherry cake Dodgers by Butter Vapes. Love this stuff. This is Max V, I might add. I'm going to put some of this stuff away again. Do love this cherry stuff. I guess I'm just going to just turn this up just a touch. About 60 watts there, just to start getting this juice to go in. Again, just lash it on your coils. Good press, let it soak in. Get a bit down on the cotton itself. I'm going to put a little dodge in the hole there if I can. There you go. The smidgy in the hole. Oh, that cotton nicely soaked. A little smidgy in the hole there. No, just wherever you can get it to start off, it always helps. Again, down the coils. I think that's just about, yeah, that's ready to go. What we'll do, whack this fella on. And one thing to remember with this tank, guys, always close your juice flow off when you're filling it up, so you do not flood your deck. Unscrew this fella, and as you can see, these holes are huge. You just dump your juice in here, you know, you're just dumping it in. God, there's no fanning about with this. Dump this fella straight in. Just fill it. Much as you want to go. I'll fill this all the way up because I want to enjoy vaping this. And obviously put your cap back on nice and tight. And there you go, guys. And we'll just now open the juice flow. As you can see, bubbles already. There you go, lots of bubbles already. Oh, they have got the airflow open fully, but there you go. That, guys, is your Violator, all wick, juice and ready to go. So we will now jump back up top, have a vape on it, and I'll tell you exactly what I think of it. Can't wait. See you in a bit. Right folks, here we are back up top with the Violator on top of the Hadron. It's coming out at 0.13 ohms. I've got my usual cherry cake Dodgers in by Butter Vapes. I'm going to vape this at 120 watts, if you can see that. Airflow fully open, and let's rock and roll, eh? Fucking hell, wow. As you can see, 2 bluffs, and I've just just smoked this room out in 2 puffs. So it is quite a cloudy thing. I want to drop it down to halfway, and I think I might just drop the wattage down to maybe about 100 watts. I think we'll go on with that because I'm just crowding the place out at the minute. There you go, airflow half full, 100 watts. Jeez. Right. Holy moly, guys, where have we gone? Fire alarms are going to go off. So there you have it, guys. Wow. That's all I want to say. Wow. Forget about what I'm going to say. Go and get it. Wow. Bad points. None. I can't find a thing wrong with that. I think, you know, this came out the back end of 2020, and I didn't do a best of 2020 last year because, to be quite honest, I didn't have enough gear really to compare anything with. You know, I'd never got much in last year, but if I did, that would have been the best RTA 2020, without a doubt, hands down. Wipes the floor with everything, and I'm not talking by that. I'm talking that it's a mile away. Fucking stunning. Now, I've got the Juggernaut 2 by these guys, and again, this is a world apart from that, and that's down to these little plates that you see. I think QP have listened to a lot of guys who bought the Fatality M25 with that Ultim airflow in. It melted eventually, and they never ever put a spare in. Now, seeing they've got these plates, you're not going to get no melting. And it's not, even though it's got that gigantic airflow, it's not really that area tank, you know. It's fully open. I could quite happily vape that fully open. I mean, Christ, you can see through that. I don't know if you can actually see through that mesh. When it's fully open, it's a huge airflow, but with that plate in, it's not too airy. You know, I would say there is a little bit of restriction with it, but obviously you've got the two coils there with all that cotton. I think if you single coil it, there will be less restriction perhaps, but I think that is a big step in the right direction, putting them plates in the bottom. And like I say, the beauty is you don't have to take your coils out. You don't have to take your cotton out. If you want, just lift your cotton up, pull it out and chop another one in. It's a really good idea, that. And that, for me, has made this tank shine. You can single coil it, but to me, you know, a tank that size, why would you put a single coil in? I mean, everyone have their own, but to me, this shines dual coil. You know, aliens, whatever, nice coils in there, and it shines. The flavour is absolutely out of this world. It literally feels like I could just drink it. That's how good it is. It's absolutely stunning. The drip tip, even though it looks big, it's very comfortable. The clouds this thing produces, Jesus. I've took with 3 or 4 hits off that, and this room is now hotboxed. I can't see the door. It's ridiculous, you know. Plus I've had to shut windows, you know, to stop the noise of the traffic. But it's fantastic, guys. The machining's spot on. Anything, the tolerances on the airflow, the tolerances on the O-ring, the tolerances actually on the you know, the top cap here where you fill it up are quite good, because that's always been my gripe with these, with this kind of top cap. I used to think when rubbers wear, you kind of lose that tightness, and therefore I think that's what causes the old ones to leak, because if once it loses that seal, obviously gravity, and it leaked. No, it didn't leak as much. It flooded the tank, flooded the deck and everything. But this, they've nailed it, absolutely nailed it. And it's simple, you know, it's black, it's simple, there's very, you know, just Violator there, it's not too over-branded or anything, and it fits quite nicely on that. It doesn't look out of place on that hadron, you know, and that hadron takes, you know, this guy here, which is the Ragnar, you know, that's what normally sits on that, and this still doesn't just look out of place. The only downside is you're going to have a mod big enough to put it on. But that's absolutely fantastic, really is. I just seen the build post this deck. Drop it. I cut them at about 5mm. Maybe went 5.5 just to give you a little bit more play, but I managed to get it with cutting at 5mm. Wickings are doddled, them juice ports are ginormous. You know, just tuck your cotton into them, cram it in, and as long as you're filling that hole up, you know, as long as you're filling that juice port up either side, you've got no worries. I've had no leaking issues, I've had no flooding issues, I've had no issues at all, to be honest, with this tank. This has been my pick-up all the time. This is constantly be picking up. For the size of this tank and the flavour that comes off it is absolutely out of this world. I can't even see the fucking camera. It's that smogged out here. But would I recommend that? Without a doubt. If you like, I mean, it's a little bit on the expensive side, like all the QP is, because you know they're slightly towards the high end market, but it's worth every penny. The quality's there, the machining's bang on, there's no burrs or anything, the threads are buttery smooth, everything is absolutely beautiful. That, honestly, I can't praise it enough. And you know, you may look at them and think, God, that get airy, but it's not that airy, folks, honestly. And obviously, if you dial it down, you can dial in your air, you know. Obviously, when you fill it, make sure you close your juice flow and then open it. Just same with these big tanks, you don't flood your decks out, but bar that, guys, what can I say except get one. Just forget about the risk review, just get one. Out of this world, what a tank. So without us drooling over this anymore, I'm going to have to end this review, guys. So again, you know, remember if you like what you see, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And again, if you want to support the channel, buy me a coffee in the link below in the description. So we'll wrap this one up. I have been Kenny the Vaping Heat. Stay safe, vape safe. I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Cheers now. Bye.